Namaste all our viewers and subscribers. Thank you for sharing your time or your valuable time sparing to watch our videos. Appreciate it. Share your likes, which encourages us to do more and more videos and share the right information for you all. We had to take a small gap in our recordings because of some technical reasons, but we are back now. We are all excited to do more and more videos, and the sole purpose of our video making is very clear: to reach the right people, the right information, so that they can get the right solutions for their health and also disease management. You can watch our channel for several videos. We nearly have more than 120 videos on our channel discussing about several ailments and how we can manage it naturally if it is within certain limits. At the same time, several health tips, how to maintain your health in terms of sleeping habits, eating habits, exercise, all those things we have published. Please take your time and watch it and encourage us more and more. So in this series of talks, we want to touch upon a very important and burning topic, even though less discussed, and actually it has become a pandemic across the world. It is obesity. Obesity, as we understand, many people use it interchangeably as overweight and obesity. Technically, they both are two different terminologies altogether. Obesity is defined as when our BMI, body mass index, is more than 30. Overweight is something when your BMI, the body mass index, is between 25 and 30. What is BMI? BMI is nothing but to understand what is our metabolic rate, which is dependent on our height and weight ratio. That's how it is calculated. If you go to your family physician or any other dietitian, they will be able to tell you what is your BMI. Or today we have information across the globe through the internet. We can calculate our own BMI. But obesity is when the BMI is more than 30, overweight is between 25 to 30. That is what is considered as obesity. Why this obesity is so important? Because it is one of the underlying cause for several complications of chronic diseases today. It can lead to heart disease, it can lead to stroke, it can lead to cancer, it can lead to several hormonal disorders like in women PCOS, infertility. Sometimes it can also lead to depression and anxiety as well. Not to mention even arthritis. Actually, technically speaking, obesity is because of low grade inflammation which sets into us. Not just, most of us understand that, obesity, we are eating excess, we are having sedentary lifestyle. No doubt, that is one of the main reasons. But apart from that, the underlying cause is low grade inflammation. Inflammation is actually a protective mechanism of our body to protect ourselves from external pathogens and external stimuli. But it is not warranted to happen every now and then. It is only like an army ready to fight. But you are not in a fighting mode all the time. But if you become in a state of situation where the fighting mode is always there, that can lead to a lot of implications which can lead to weight gain because of the hormonal variations and leading to several diseases. Thereby obesity comes into picture. That's the reason. The three main important reasons is our lifestyle. In the lifestyle, dietary habits, sedentary lifestyle, and low grade inflammation. These three things needs to be understood or managed so well that obesity doesn't come into picture. One thing I forgot to mention about is hereditary factor or genetic factor is also very important. So it doesn't mean that if my parents or my siblings are obese, I also need to be obese. I have a risk factor there, but if I can manage that risk factor with a right kind of lifestyle and not a sedentary lifestyle, I don't need to fall prey to obesity. So we need to understand this, and thereby we can tackle it very well. Our quality of life gets deteriorated a lot in cases of obesity because of its complications. And also not just that, it is also a cosmetic perspective, and it is also a state of mind. Emotionally, we'll always be, targeted probably, or they may not speak out in our communities, but still we ourselves feel low and our confidence levels are low. We may not be able to present well. Postural abnormalities can also lead to spinal conditions. Several complications can happen because of obesity. And we know today heart disease and stroke are one of the major causes of death, along with many other conditions. So what is the root cause for all this? Obesity is one of the main causes. Also, we need to understand that hormonal variations can also lead to that. One simple example is, if we are not eating at the right time, if we are not sleeping at the right time, and if we are stressful, cortisol levels in our body increases, which is one of the main factors for us to have that habit of emotional eating. So when emotional eating happens, automatically you're taking in so much of calories. And what we relish upon, we don't relish upon healthy foods. We relish upon junk foods, which are rich in calories, sugar filled, and lot of flavors and agents. All those things will create a lot of inflammation, and also calorific value increases in our body. Even if you're taking complex carbohydrates, anything for that matter, you need not take sugar, you need not take oil. Any of those things, extra calories gets converted into fat. And where do they go? They go and get deposited around our abdomen, underarms, under the chin, and leading to lot of issues for the organs to function as well, for our breathing, for our peristaltic movements and digestive activity, joint movement, muscular movement. The tone of the muscles will go away, joints will be stressed a lot. You understand so many complications with that obesity. And one of the most important factors which I forgot to tell you is diabetes is one of the major complications of obesity today. So now that we have understood what are all the complications of obesity and what obesity is all about, let us try to understand how we can conquer this. We have to conquer at 3 levels. One is at the physical level, and one is at the energy levels. In terms of traditional medicine, we call that as chi or prana, and the other one is emotions or the mind level. All the 3 levels we have to address. At the physical level, we have to make sure that we have a unsedentary life, active lifestyle. It depends on person to person, geographical region, how you maintain that. But it is recommended that you have to have at least about 4 to 5 hours of exercise in a week. That comes out to be about an hour a day approximately. That is very important. At the same time, having food at the right time is very important. The most important recommendation I give to all the obese patients or overweight patients is maintain a gap at least of 2 hours between your dinner time and bedtime. That is very, very important. Third thing is sleeping at the right time. Sleeping is very important, because when you sleep at the right time, our circadian rhythm is taken care. When circadian rhythm is taken care, our metabolic rate is under control, and we don't have the urge to eat junk foods and high caloric foods. And satiation of our tongue, of our hunger is much better. When that happens, we don't overeat, and when we don't overeat, we don't gain over calories and lead to obesity. At the physical levels, these are very, very important to be taken care. Adequate exercise, adequate sleep, and right kind of food habits. One simple mantra in terms of food habits is very easy to remember for all of you. What your great grandfather did with his physical habits of eating, you just follow that. That itself will take care of a lot of issues with obesity. Next, coming to prana or chi or energy. When there is lot of dampness, in terms of traditional Chinese medicine, we understand obesity is mostly because of excess dampness, because of lot of calories coming into our picture, or because of deficiency of dynamic energy, which is called as yang deficiency, can lead to lower metabolism and lead to excess calories coming into our body not being metabolized and leading to obesity. With acupuncture, we try to boost the yang deficiency, and also sometimes digestive energies can be low. We try to boost that also. We call that as spleen chi deficiency, which can also lead to obesity. So we work on boosting those energies. if it is a Qi deficiency or Yang deficiency, by inserting needles on specific points so that it will help us to lose weight and also bring in a good state of mind. And in terms of emotions, a balanced state of emotions is very, very important. How do we achieve that? Work-life balance, adequate exercise. When you go out exercise, probably I would recommend exercise should be done in sun as well. Enough adequate amount of vitamin D can help us to be more active. You can see that the moment we go out in the sun after a long break of winter, we feel so energetic and so positive. Same thing, we need adequate amount of vitamin D for us for good metabolism. So it is very and also for good emotions. So that's why sun exposure is equally important, not just physically, energetically, but also for emotional aspects. So work-life balance is very, very important. Staying happy is important. Staying contented is very important. When we are not happy and contented, automatically many of them will go for stress eating or emotional eating. Anger can be one of the factors. Depression, low moods can also be one of the factors. We have to take steps to adequately maybe get counseling or do relaxation techniques, emotional management with professional help to work on your emotions. Apart from all this, yoga is one tool which is very, very required and important tool to manage obesity at all these three levels. Physically with asanas, pranayamas and breathing techniques with the energy level, and relaxation techniques for emotional management. I hope this much of information about obesity, its complications, how it presents, and what are the means how we can address it would be enough for you to motivate to manage your weights and prevent the complications and not get into a bad quality of your life. Please take care, have a good quality of life, and enjoy your life. It's one-time gift for you. Thank you for your valuable time and watching the videos, and please share with whosoever requires this video to motivate themselves to lose weight. Thanks once again.